Welcome to Technology with Mike. This show is a proud member of the Tech Podcast Network at techpodcast.com. If it's tech, it's here. Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook at audiblepodcast.com/techwithmike. Over 75,000 titles to choose from for your iPod or MP3 player. Visit audiblepodcast.com/techwithmike for your free book today. And now for your host, Mike Tartaglia. It's time for Technology with Mike. That'll be me. From Central Massachusetts, I am Mike Tartaglia. I'm here to make technology and the internet easier to understand. Well, this is show number 86, recorded on Friday, May 6th, 2011. Or 2011, as they say. I want to thank everybody for listening and downloading the podcast each and every week. I really do appreciate it. You can contact us at our email address. The address is techwithmike@gmail.com. And visit our Facebook fan page at facebook.com/techwithmike. And of course on Twitter at techwithmike and on chumley.com/techwithmike. Subscribe to our show on iTunes and the Zune Marketplace. And you can see past shows by going to techwithmike.mevio.com. techwithmike.mevio.com. And visit our site, techwithmike.com. All these techwithmikes, okay. So we also have a phone number you can contact us directly. It is 508-372-0123, 508-372-0123, where you can leave us a voice message of your suggestions for shows, any comments on the shows, or if you just want to say hi. And that is for the introduction. I have an awesome show today because first we're going to get on a guest that's been on before, and then I'm going to talk about some new iPad apps and maybe some iPhone apps that are really cool, and I'll introduce you to my new iPad 2 case the old case I complained about before, or it wasn't even a case. But anyways, let's get on the horn here. His name is Phil Libin. You all know him from Evernote. Hey Phil, how you doing?
Hey, Mike. Nice to be with you again.
Yeah, you too, man. I really appreciate you coming on and talking about what's going on with Evernote. We got a little bit of echo here. I can hear me on you, I guess. But that's okay. We'll get through this. So I'm not sure if that's coming through the recording or not. The ability... Okay, so Evernote. The latest version of Evernote for Windows is 4.3.1. I think it just came out with a new release, right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Hard to keep track of what the version numbers are.
You got
something new just about every week.
Yeah, you guys are like are pushing these updates out like crazy.
Yeah, but don't say that too loud because I'm trying to convince the engineers that they're not working hard enough. So.
Oh. Well, if I ever meet them, I'll let them know that you feel that way. Yeah. And I see that you have a friend with you. I'm just curious. Could you tell everybody what that really is?
That is our AnyBots telepresence robot.
And what does it do?
Well, when I'm not in the office, I log into it through a browser and drive him around, and I can see out of his eyes and hear out of the microphones and talk to people and shine lasers at them and tell them to get back to work.
If you don't get back to work, you will be fired at.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty great.
That's awesome, man. Wow. So anyways, what's going on with Evernote? You were on the show about I don't know, probably a little bit over a year ago, last May. So what's been going on since then, man? I mean, you've done a lot with that application.
Yeah, it's definitely been pretty crazy. May, we probably had about 3 million users in last May,
yeah.
I think.
Yep.
Yeah, probably just about. And I think we just passed 9 last week.
9 million users.
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been maybe 10 million users soon.
Wow.
Which has been it's been kind of hard to believe, to be honest with you, how fast it's been growing. So everything's been growing. Users, premium users, revenue. It's all kind of going at a breakneck pace. So we're doing everything we can to keep up. And we're at about 70 people now. So even the headcount is going up.
Wow, you guys are growing big time. That is, I mean, it's something to be proud of, obviously. I mean, because you started off pretty much day one with Evernote, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that is definitely something to be proud about. I'm happy. I mean, I always use it. I'm afraid that a lot of the listeners are going to get sick of me talking about Evernote. I mentioned it probably on every single show, and I feel bad, but I mean, it fits in my life perfectly for it. So I'm
glad to hear that.
Let's talk about some new features that probably recent and not so recent news. And I know if anybody's listening, when anybody listens, they'll hear these new features. But what I'm trying to say is, let's talk some new features throughout last year to present. What's been changing? How about that?
There's been a lot of stuff. We put out something new, like I said, just about every week. On some client, we have so many different versions that there's always something new coming out. The big themes recently has been connecting your personal brain with your social brain, so making it easier to share notes and notebooks either with other Evernote users or just with everyone in the world, or via Facebook or Twitter or email. So we've been putting in lots of sharing capabilities in all of our different clients over the past few months, which has been going really well.
So how does that work with sharing? If you're sharing with someone that's not an Evernote customer?
Well, we thought what would be the most useful thing for our users. And the most useful thing for our users is to be able to share with whoever they want without requiring the recipient to become a customer. So we actually leave it up to the person who does the sharing to decide whether they want the recipients to be required to log into Evernote or whether they just want to share with anyone. And people can just see your shared notes or notebooks right through the web or inside of Facebook, or you can send a link via Twitter or instant message. But if you only want to share with selected individuals and you want them to require them to have Evernote authentication, then you can do that while you're sharing, and then they have to be Evernote users and they can see it right inside of their Evernote clients. So all of our different apps now support your notes, your notebooks, as well as other notebooks that people have shared with you. I think the last one is it's coming to the iOS version in the next couple of weeks, but all the other ones in the past few weeks have been updated to support them.
Wow, that is neat. So, and I noticed there's also for sharing, you can just send a URL to somebody through email. That was really cool too. So it doesn't have to be someone on the social networks. It could be anybody with an email address.
Yeah. The goal is just, most of what you put into Evernote is still personal.
Yeah.
It's not really meant for your friends. It's really for you.
Yeah.
But we want to make it easy for you to, the stuff that isn't the stuff that you want to share, the stuff that isn't strictly personal. We want to make it easy for you to share. So that's what we've been working on.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Another thing that happened, I guess over the past year, was something called sponsored accounts. What are those?
Yeah. Well, we realized that most of our users actually use Evernote at work and at home. So about 75% of our users in surveys say that they use Evernote both at their jobs for work stuff or for school stuff, as well as for personal stuff. Kind of our core Evernote user is someone who has a very poor understanding between work and life separation. It's someone who's kind of always on, always thinking about work stuff, always thinking about personal stuff. But even though most of our users are professionals, we treat them as individuals. We don't try to sell through their IT organization or anything like that. And so what we decided to start doing is just making it easier for Evernote to play well at work. So if you use it at work, it should behave well. It should make it easy for an enlightened company to be able to buy Evernote premium accounts for all of their employees, or for a school to be able to put their teachers or their students on Evernote. So we introduced sponsored accounts as basically a way for organizations to sponsor your Evernote account. So each individual still has their account for life, but now you can kind of attach it as part of a larger group.
So sponsoring it through your company, and you were saying the data is yours, even no matter what you put in. The company doesn't have a way to administer that data, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's okay. The product doesn't change, and the core value proposition is it's still, your Evernote is still meant to be your lifetime memories forever. And you take them with you from school to school, from job to job. And if you're working in a place that wants you to be happy and productive, then you can attach your account into their group account. They pay for you to be premium. You get all the premium features, and they get your employer or group will get some ability to share notes and information with you. But your account is still your property, and the employer can't see into it or anything like that.
I could also see a good use for this outside of a company where for me, my family, I'm the tech person for my family, immediate family and family, my siblings and stuff. I can see this being a way to just give them Evernote for like a birthday present and say, I'll give you all Evernote for 1 year, and here you go, and now you got your application.
Yeah, absolutely. And now that we've got shared notebooks as well, you can you can share certain notebooks out just to your family, and so you can have a group that you sponsor, and they can have information that you control in their accounts as well as their own personal stuff, and you can split that up however you want.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna have to mention that to the company I work at. I did. I recently switched jobs back in January, so I think we were actually looking at my old job to bring in Evernote. I don't know where they left off with that, but I'll have to talk to my new boss and tell him about this.
Neat. Congratulations on your new job.
Oh, thank you. So we talked about sponsored accounts. Now I noticed that you did a little bit of changing for the limits for different like free, premium, or whatever. Let's talk about that. You gave more abilities or something, right?
Yeah, we increased all of the quotas. So free users now get, there's never a limit to the total amount that you can store in Evernote. Yeah. It's just meant to kind of grow with you as your memories grow. But free users can put in 60 megabytes of new content every month. And it resets every month. So every month you can put in 60 megs of new stuff. There's no limit to how much you can store total or how much you can download or look at, but new uploads.
That used to be, what did that used to be?
That used to be 40.
Okay.
And now
that's
it's 60.
Good. Okay.
And that's quite a bit. Very, very few people actually hit that limit because unless you're putting in like, very big, very big files. If most of the stuff in Evernote are, web clips, text notes, small images, almost nobody hits even the 60 megabytes. And premium users can now put in 1 gigabyte of new stuff every month. So there's a huge number if you're premium. And we make it really easy to go back and forth between free and premium. So, we want the free version to be good enough for your whole life for the vast majority of people. The main version of Evernote is the free version. It's not a loss leader. It's not a way to get people to start paying. It's just that's the main version that we want people to use. But if you're a power user, if you're a professional, if you want some of the premium features, then it's $5 a month or $45 a year, and you can switch to that. And you can switch back to free at any time. You don't lose anything. We won't take away any information that you put in, obviously. So if you're free and you're perfectly happy with free, that's great. And let's say you're going to go on vacation next month and you just want a lot more. You want to do a lot more stuff during 1 month, and just pay $5 once, put all your vacation stuff in, and then when you get back, just go back to being free, and you still have all your information.
I just think everybody should just pay because it's well worth the money. I actually converted from a monthly to a yearly account, so it just makes sense. It just makes sense. I mean, come on.
I mean, that's basically what we find is the longer people use it, the more likely they are to pay. But it's more important to us that people stick around and tell their friends and invite their friends. I mean, that's the most important thing. So, we love our free users. We love our premium users, everything. Well, it all works out well.
Well, I think I have one. When I started my new job, I did talk to the person who trained me, my coworker, and I think he's using it now. So, I mean, it's word of mouth, man. You guys are doing a great job.
Well, thanks for help. So how can we make it more useful for you? Like, what are your top two wish list features or annoyances that you want us to fix?
You're asking me.
Better?
You got me on the spot. That's okay because there's only really one annoyance, and I think I've emailed you about it. I've emailed support about it, and I don't expect it to be fixed. Whatever. But I remember way back when the application we had the Evernote. I was probably like version 3.2 or something like that. There was an option to send an email, right? And you can send email now. But since we talked about people use their Evernote account in work versus home in their personal life, when I want to be able to send an email with an Evernote email to someone at work, but now it comes from my personal email address. And the ability to change that, like to be able to say, okay, send it from my work address, send it from this email address instead of from my personal address, so this person doesn't have my personal email address. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I remember. I did remember that you sent that in. Yeah, that's really interesting. So do you? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I don't want to put you on the spot either.
Yeah. Would you rather have it go from is it okay that it goes from our server, or do you want it to pull up your own email client and then you can send it from whoever you want?
Well, see, that's the thing. I would love to have an option to be able to say either use my Mappy profile, because we're going to talk tech now here, through the Mappy profile of Outlook from my work machine, and then from home send it from my email address, my regular personal email address. That's fine.
Okay, yeah. Let me talk to the product. I think you're in Windows, right? It sounds like.
I'm in Windows. I'm actually going to be buying a Mac soon too. So, I'm converting, slowly converting over. I'm selling my old gaming laptop I bought, and then I'm going to go out and buy a Mac. I think a MacBook Pro. I think that's the other thing. I just sent out a tweet today. Said, "Am I going MacBook Pro or iMac?" 'Cause I have no idea which way I want to go.
Well, the new iMacs just came out a couple of days ago. Nice.
I know, but the portability is what I like about the MacBook. Laptop. I know. I'll have to make a decision sometime.
I'm a MacBook fan. That's what I'm talking to you on right now. I'll talk to the product guys and I'll let you know.
That'd be awesome. Oh, that'd be great. I appreciate it. So, anyways, let's instead of my problems here, let's talk about what else. Any new partners recently?
Yeah, we're adding partners all the time. I think we have more than 4,000 API developers now. 4,000 external third-party API developers.
Let's talk about the most recent ones.
I think Zobni just came out with something really pretty awesome for Outlook. There's a Zobni Evernote integration that'll pull all of the information you have about a person, about a contact from your Evernote account, and just display it right in the Zobni panel in your Outlook. So people that use Outlook, it's really pretty cool. You should. It's all up on our blog. I think the one of the last few days is the Zobni integration.
I saw that. Now, actually, I was going to have one of the project leads of Zobni on the show last week, but then I had some difficulties at work, so we're going to be rescheduling. But she's coming on to talk about the Gmail part of Zobni.
I'm really looking forward to that because I mostly use Gmail now. So that's the stuff that I'll be using as soon as that comes out.
Oh yeah, I'm wondering how that would integrate with the plugin for or the partnership with Evernote.
It should, yeah. That's definitely the goal. We'll have to see, whether there's extra work that they have to do or we have to do to get it working with Gmail. But yeah, absolutely. That
would be cool. Yeah, I definitely. I used to use Zobni all the time in Outlook. I tend not to use Outlook unless I have to anymore.
Right.
But only for work. I don't use it at home anymore. So that's one partner. Any other partners that are mentionable right now, or? Sure.
Well, I actually just got back from Japan where we announced a whole bunch of new Japanese partners that'll be available for worldwide products. So there's this pretty awesome company as a kind of a design company in Japan called Uchida Yoko, which just released this new big electronic whiteboard. So it's a whiteboard. Oh. You write whatever you want on it, and then there's just like a big Evernote button. You push the Evernote button, and it automatically this arm slides out, takes a picture of everything, and then it all appears in your Evernote account, which is pretty great. We've got a few Android devices that are going to be coming out in the next couple of months with Evernote built in. Don't think those have been announced yet, but it's coming. There's all sorts of pretty exciting stuff. We're built into many different types of scanners, so you can get us in the ScanSnap scanners, Fujitsu's and Canon scanners and Lexmark scanners.
I actually got the the Doxy scanner. I got that little portable scanner. I love the scanner. I just wish it didn't have pink all over it.
Well, it comes with like different stickers that you can reskin it, right?
Did it?
The one I got did, yeah. Like check in the box. There's like all sorts of different decals, so you can change the way it looks.
I hope I have the box still. Because I'm like, why would I have pink? I mean, it's an awesome scanner. It works awesome, but I'm like, I don't want pink. I'll have to look at the box.
I think mine has got like cow spots on it.
Oh man. You know what? I remember seeing stickers. I probably have them on my desk. Yeah, like I'm going to find them in here. Sign of a genius is a messy desk, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, so when's your next podcast coming out? Do you know? I love that podcast.
Thank you. Thanks for listening, because usually I think it's just you and my mom are the two people who listen to it.
Come on.
It's episode 27 just came out a couple of days ago.
Oh, it did? Okay.
And we'll record episode 28 pretty soon. It's I think we're going to shake up how we do that. It takes too long to edit it. I mean, we record them because it's just fun.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't take long to record, and we don't prepare for it or anything like that. We just kind of the three of us, me and Andrew and Dave, just sit there and talk for 45 minutes. But then it takes a while to edit it, because basically Andrew's got to edit out all my swearing and all the breathing into the microphone. It takes a very long time. So it's like a month lag between when we record it, or sometimes more, and when we release it. So we're looking for maybe someone to help us with the editing, and then we can get them out more often. But they're a lot of fun to make.
Oh yeah. I mean, I love doing it. Eventually I want to start up. I want to get the show building to have multiple shows, if I ever have the time to do that. and if anybody's watching or listening right now, I'm looking for people to start new shows on. So if you have any ideas, just email us. Great. Well, what is it? Blog.evernote.com. That's your blog, right?
Blog.evernote.com. That's right. And please check us out. And thanks again for getting the word out. I think most of your listeners have probably tried Evernote. If any of them have comments about how to make it better, we always want to hear. So send me a note. Let me know how we can improve it. And I can come back on and tell you what the craziest things that your listeners want us to do.
That'd be funny, huh? Wow. Okay. So awesome. Well, Phil, thank you very much. Why don't you enjoy the rest of your Friday afternoon with your little buddy back there?
Try. Oh yeah.
Okay, Phil. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Good luck in Central Massachusetts.
Thank you, man. Take care.
See you soon, Mike.
Bye. That was Phil Libben, CEO of Evernote. It's always awesome to have him on, and it's a blast listening to his podcast and using Evernote. It's a real phenomenal application. So that's what I have for that part of the show. But I have some things I promised that I want to talk about the iPad and stuff. But before that, I want to talk about our sponsors, Audible.com. They are the leading provider of downloadable digital audiobooks and spoken word entertainment. They have over 75,000 titles to choose from. And I don't have a pick right now because I'm in between books. But here's a little something. We got Audible. I want to say Evernote because I'm still thinking about it. Audible. If you don't have time to sit down and read a book, what we call a little book called the Dead Tree Edition. You can listen to a book. Someone read it to you. So say you're driving to work, you have an hour commute or something. You can listen to a book in your car. If you're working out in the gym, you can listen to a book in your on your treadmill or on your elliptical machine. Or if you're jogging or running, I don't suggest doing that while you're running because you want to pay attention to running. But it works. And I listen to tons of books. I have probably 40 books in my library right now. And you know what? Some people say it's not reading. I think it's reading because you're taking in the information. You're not taking it in visually, but you're taking it in through your ears, and you're listening, and it works. It's like someone's reading you a book. So go pick out of the 75,000 titles. Go to audiblepodcast.com/techwithmike and pick one of the books that they have for free. And you can try out Audible for the trial period. I think it's 2 weeks trial. Sign up for the gold plan and get one book a month. If you decide to keep it. If you decide not to keep the account, you get to keep that free book. No strings attached. Go to audiblepodcast.com/techwithmike today. Okay, so a couple things. I want to talk about the replacement I've done for that smart cover for my iPad. I absolutely hated the smart cover. But I'll show that at the end of the show. I want to talk about some iPad apps that I recently got. And one that I recently I'm going to bring up the iPad here. Okay, there's the iPad. One that I recently read about and stuff and saw on some blogs. It's called news.me. And it's a great concept for an app. And right now it's not showing up in landscape, but it will eventually, I think. So what news? Let me talk about this for a second and put in my connect to Twitter. There it is. Okay, so now it's connecting to Twitter. And what it is, it connects to your Twitter feed and finds the types of things that you want to read that your all your followers are reading. So if someone puts a link in there, I got to put my credentials in here. Hold on a second, because it's not. I just downloaded it again, and I'll explain why I downloaded it again in just a second. If I can remember my password, that would be nice, huh? Let's see if that works. It's not working. Oh, okay. There. Do it. Oh, there's something wrong. It says. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna try one more time. Mike Tartaglia is my Twitter handle. Okay, here we go. Let's see if that works. Okay, here we go. Now it's redirecting back to the app. Okay. So now I'm going to put this back up on the screen here. And let's see here. First of all, the fact that it doesn't come in landscape automatically. Okay, now it's landscape. Okay. So here it is. So this is someone that I follow, Gary Vaynerchuk. And then I'm going to say next features. So these are the feature users. So I'm going to finish this. That's just a basic step. Now you'll see at the top that there's, if I shut this logo off here, see at the top that there's all these different people that I follow. And these are things, it's going to show up all the tweets that they did that had links in it. And then of course now my camera's freaking out here. Okay. All the links that they put on. Oh yeah, I already know how to use the app. Okay. So here's an article someone tweeted and put a link to. So anything that has a link in it going to another external page, it's going to show you. I think that's kind of cool. The thing I don't like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think everybody would feel this way, is they're charging 99 cents a week or something per year, if we go to charge for a year, to use a free app to get the data that's already on Twitter, that's already free. Why do I need to do that? So I give this app, news.me, a big 2 thumbs down. If I had a sound effect, it would be boo. I don't get it because there's so many other options out there. And we're going to talk about another option right here. It's called, Zeit. And this is very similar. And you can see my little fan in my ceiling here. This is a similar app. And what it is, for instance, let me click on, these are all some followers, I believe. This is like a magazine, a personalized magazine called Zeit, Z-I-T-E. And what you can do is you can enter in over here all your different types of interests. Like I have entrepreneurship, I have gadgets, I have gaming, photography. I love photography. I even got a thing on Mac computers, social media. I love social media too. And you can customize this to what you want to see. You got film, TV, you have luxury lifestyle, pets, wine and mixology, all this stuff. And you go in here and it gives you all these articles that are on Twitter, all about this, all these different stories on Twitter about these different types of interests. The thing I really like about it is, say for instance, I go to photography. I'm going to go look at all the photography things in my magazine. Well, I go and look at, this is a cool picture right here. So it's so I like that. So I'm going to go click on that and watch what happens. It brings up the article. Oh, look at those cool pictures. Those are neat, right? I really like that. So over here it says, did you enjoy reading this? And if you say yes, it says you'll see more stories similar to this one. That is a cool feature. I think that is very very important because now you're going to see more things that are like this story. And you can say over here, it says, give me more from petapixel.com. So you click on that. It's going to give me more from that website in photography. That's awesome. There's also like, give me more about bleach. I'm sure they use some bleach and modified with bleach. See? And then, or chromogenics. So now it's going to show me more about chromogenics. And then I can go even further and I can say, tweet this. I'm going to tweet this out to my followers. And now they're going to see it. Or I can go to Facebook. I can send it to Instapaper, which I do use. You can send it to Delicious. And you can also send it via email. Very, very, pardon my French, freaking handy. I absolutely love it. I give this, I don't really have a star rating, but I'm going to give it 5 stars anyways. 5 out of what? 5 out of 5. Because it's just very easy to customize. You can choose anything you want. Here's iPhones. Articles about iPhones. Then I can say I like it. And I can tweet it or whatever. Really, really cool. So I give it a definite thumbs up, 5 stars. Thank you, Zeit. Very cool app. Okay, I have another app here. If you ever wanted to know how to fix something, like you want to know how to, you have this phone right here, you have this iPhone, but how do you change the battery? I don't know. Bring it to a store and you pay $50 or $100 for someone to change the battery. Wrong answer. Big X. Don't do that. If you're handy enough, I think this might help you. The app is called iFixit. Okay, so on the left side it has different areas of devices or other things that you could fix. It's not just devices; it's stuff in the house, household stuff, your car, all that neat stuff. But for this instance, let's go look and see if we can find out how to replace a battery in an iPhone. So you click on phone, click on cell phone, and let's see. We find iPhone right here. They have all different brands and stuff. Really cool. All the way from the Sidekick to the iPhone to the HTC phones to the Asus phone. Didn't even know they had one. So you go to iPhone. Hey, look, iPhone 4 and iPhone 4 Verizon. So they are updating this. So iPhone 4. Okay, now over here, there's. Okay, you can see it. I can bring it over here. I can zoom in a little bit. Oh, look at that battery. How to replace the battery? So you got. Wow, dock connector, how to replace all these different logic board. You can build a whole new iPhone with this. So over here it tells you, luckily replacing the battery on the iPhone 4 requires minimal disassembly. Tells you the parts you'll need, tells you the tools you need, even the Phillips number 0 screwdriver, plastic opening tools, and iPhone 4 to 5 point pentalobe screwdriver, whatever the heck that is. Okay, so now it says right here, swipe to begin. It gives you step by step. Here's step 1. There's step 2. Step 3. Step 4. There's the battery. Step 5. Step 6. And that's all there is to replacing the iPhone 4 battery. Step 6. I think the iPhone 3GS is like 13 steps or something like that. That is a cool app. So it's iFixit on the iPad. I'm not sure if it's on the iPhone, but iFixit on the iPad. Really cool. The next one I want to talk about. The other day I was thinking, I was talking to my wife and I was saying, I have this iPad and I have this laptop from work that I use upstairs sometimes on the kitchen table, and I always need to have 2 monitors on it, and actually on the kitchen table I can't really have 2 monitors because that wouldn't leave any room to eat, right? So what I said to her, I said, there should be an app to do this. A simple app that would display your monitor and extend your monitor to the iPad, because the iPad is a great device. It's a monitor. If you think about it, it's a display device. Why wouldn't they have it? And lo and behold, it does. It is called, I'm gonna demonstrate it, but it is called Display Link. It's free. And here it is, folks. Drum roll. Here it is. Display Link. Okay, and look, it shows up my machine name over here of my laptop, and click on that and watch this. And this is Windows XP machine, so you'll notice the background coming up. I'm going to put my hand in front so the autofocus doesn't freak out the camera here. And look, does that look familiar? Windows XP. So now I want to bring up, I'm going to bring up, right now you can't see this, but on my laptop screen, I have Google search open right now. So I'm going to bring this over. Look at that. Bring it over to the right, just like you would on a dual monitor setup, right? Hey, and I know I can surf the web right from Google or right from my iPad, but from my laptop. So I have 2 monitors. Now I can work on documents over on the right side and do the stuff I'm working on the left side. Really cool app. It's free. All you have to do is install a very small program on your computer, and it's fully configurable. So you can have this monitor on your left, on the right. You can have it, you can have it mirror what's on your laptop. But I thought that was the best app ever because it's very handy for people that have laptops and don't have another screen. If you already have an iPad, you got another monitor. That's simple. Okay, so now here is an app. It's a game I'm going to talk about, and it's called, you ever play Scrabble? Well, this is the next best thing, okay? It's free. There's a paid version. It is called Words with Friends. And of course, this is not Words with friends. I'll show it on the screen here. It's hard to see. Oh, it's probably because. Oh, hold on a second. It's I gotta adjust my screen here. And what it is basically pretty much a Scrabble, but it's free. Okay, so there I got my I'm playing some games with people here. We'll go to this game. I'm losing badly on this game, but it's Scrabble, and you got your tiles down here. You can play with anybody on Facebook. You can play with anybody with this app. It could be Android, could be iPad, could be iPhone, whatever other phones they have it on, and you can play. It's very addicting. I warn you right now. I also have the iPhone version. I bought the iPhone version, and the one you're looking at right now on the iPad is free. And it's supported by ads, as you can see from the top, and they pop up also between turns. But it's awesome. It's a fun game. Me and my wife are having a blast playing it. I think I have probably 6 games open right now, and I'm enjoying it. I highly recommend Words with Friends. I mean, why not? It's free, and you actually learn stuff, especially from one of the games. Thanks a lot, Paul. You know who you are. That is all I have for today. I'm so glad we had a great show. I want to thank again Audible, our sponsor, and I want to thank Phil Libin of Evernote. He was great to have on the show again. And make sure you get Evernote. Go to evernote.com and get a free account. It's free, and it's your external brain. It's your brain on the internet. Well, until next time, help you later.